What is up, guys? Steve with Northern MX channel coming back with another video for the CR250 build. I don't have my wrench rabbit kit yet. It's actually quite a ways out, but I'm gonna start tearing into the top end because I want to see if I need to get some machining done or not and kind of get a jump on that. So I'm gonna tear into the top end right now and take that off. So I've already got the exhaust flange off, so I'm gonna start by taking the head off and well, crack the spark plug loose first, and then take the head off, and then take the cylinder off. The spark plugs are usually a 13/16 wrench. Figure it's easy to take it off with the engine all together. Crack that loose. There we go. And the head studs. I like to use a wrench to crack them free because you can destroy stuff with a impact if you're not careful. If you absolutely know you're gonna be taking these off, it's probably the easiest just to crack them on the bike if you got it in there. And then once I've got them cracked free, then I can go ahead and use an impact. Big. Grab a bigger wrench. Might have to use an impact on this one. Don't like to, but might have to. There we go. Pretty tight. Alright, now to take this last one out, it's in here. You probably want to take your RC valve out here, or the I don't know what that's called. It's the what the cables go into and make your valve move up and down when the motor moves. So with that out, go ahead and put that on there. Oh. Then try to keep it still. Like I said, it's a lot easier to crack this on the bike if you have that option. I didn't really want to take all this off, but because I don't have my wrench rabbit kit, but this will allow me a little bit more opportunity time-wise to send this in to get remachined or replated if it needs to be replated. Now we'll just take these off the head here. Oh, I gotta get for that one. So you take the head off the cylinder, see what kind of shape that's in. You may need to give it a tap. So use a dead blow or something soft. There you go. Now it's moving. Don't ever pry in between these surfaces because you might damage something. Always try and get it off without doing that. Sometimes you might be desperate, but generally they should come off. If you do have to pry, try and find something that's not metal. This one's being a bit stubborn. There you go. That's not so bad. That actually looks really good. It's not too bad in there. Got the gasket out, doesn't look too bad. So what I'm probably going to do here is I'm going to leave the piston down, because when you're doing a top end, especially when the engine is in the bike, it's probably easier to put your piston all the way down, because then you don't have to lift the cylinder out as far, especially when you have very little room, like when it's on the bike or something. Oh, we do need that adapter. So now I'll see if I can take that cylinder off now. Oh, it doesn't need the adapter. Cool. All right. Now we get all the bolts, all the nuts off. And I just give it a little tap all the way around. Sometimes the gasket will hold it a little bit, but it'll go. There she goes, just like that. Easy, easy. So now I'll have to grab the kickstand or the kickstart lever, sorry, and just kick it over a little bit. Kick it over until it's near the top, just to give yourself the most room to work. Put this over here for now. We're just gonna I'm gonna take the piston off, and that's about as far as I'm gonna go with that. It's a good thing I'm doing this bottom end. I'm gonna show you something here. So I don't know if you can see in there. In here, it looks to me like this was really heated up quite a bit, so it's a good thing I'm changing out the bottom end on it. So you always want to put something in underneath the piston while you're taking these these rings out. There's some little snap rings that go in here that keep the wrist pin in, and you have to take them out. So that little snap ring right there has to come out. So I'll turn the engine sideways maybe so you can see a little better. But it's pretty straightforward. You just dig a screwdriver or something in here. It's got a little spot to get a tool in right there, and you just take the clip out and remove the wrist pin, and then the cylinder should come right off, or the piston, sorry, should come right off. But make sure you've got something in here so that, in my case, I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world because this is coming apart anyways, but if you're just doing a top end in the bike or something like that, and you drop one of these clips down in there, then you're doing an engine. So then you're splitting an engine. So just remember to put something in there. There it is. Here it comes. It helps put your thumb there. Try not to stab it with the pick, but when it does pop out, then you've got a hold of it. So you've got the snap ring right there, and now it's out. So now you can push from this side. You can push the should be able to push the wrist pin right out. Sometimes you got to grab a tool or whatever, but which I think I'm gonna have to. Oh, maybe not. Maybe so. I'll get a screwdriver here. Give it a couple gentle taps. There you go. That should come right out. And there's the piston. Doesn't look too bad. Looks like it was having nice even burns in there, so I'm not overly worried about that. And there's the wrist pin bearing, which doesn't appear to be in too bad a shape, but it will be replaced anyway, so that's part of the kit that's coming. So with all that done, like I said, I'm gonna put the bottom end aside because there's nothing I can do with this until that wrench rabbit kit shows up. So I'm gonna put this over here out of the way, and I'm going to focus on the cylinder because this is what I'm most worried about having to do machining on. So I'm gonna grab a flashlight here. So looking in there so far, that actually is surprisingly good. So I don't know if you can see in there, but it definitely has some, you know, some etching from the piston going up and down, but I think just the honing is going to take care of the wear there. Feeling it with my fingernail, it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of real deep cuts or scratches, so yeah, I don't feel anything. Yeah, I think a good excuse me, I think a good honing would do the trick here. Oh, so now that I've determined that probably won't need a machining here, I still have to check that the bridge here on the power valve, because those are known to be cracked on the bridge there between the two sides. Put that out of the way. Then try and get this power valve out, which shouldn't be too bad. It looks like it's a 6 mil. Quite crusty. I don't think these power valves have been out in a while. Might have to put this piece back on so I got something to try and pull on here. Looks like it is coming. This doesn't seem like it right now. Try something here. Pry from both ends here. There it comes. Yeah. That did the trick. So there it is. That's your that's the shaft that drives the power valves. And as your servo operates and you got your cables coming down, it opens and closes. And that little square piece goes through your power valves and they open and close. Now, try and get these out here. There we go. There's a little process to getting these out of here, I think. There it goes. I don't know how that came out, so that might not be good when it goes back in. But there it is. There's got the power valves out there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check inside here to see if that bridge is cracked. I hope it's not. Definitely gonna have to clean it first. So here is the plug that came out of the 250. I changed this plug out when I put the Electron in. So it looks like the Electron is delivering the pretty much the correct amount of fuel. I had this at different elevations, and it looks to me like the plug is burning nice and clean. So I've got the cylinder in front of me, and I ran into some huge trouble with this stud. It completely broke off. I tried to get it out. I think it's pretty much a part of the cylinder at this point. So I went ahead and just ordered one from Partzilla. They had 3 left in stock, so it's not really in the budget, but I figure between the cost of sending it to Edmonton and then the machine shop doing their thing and then shipping it back, I'm not sure if it'll be worth it to get it machined, but I will definitely inquire with them and see how much it'll be. I also looked into it, in that that little bridge piece in between the the two power valve outlets is definitely cracked, so they would have had to do that anyway. And while it was in, I might as well get it all Nikasil plate it and everything. So I don't know, I think it would have probably been just as much money to order a new one as it would be to fix it. I don't think it would have been any cheaper. So now I'm just waiting for more parts.